What's up, my know-it-alls? Well, it is that time again. We're talking Doctor Who, specifically. We found out a while back, Mrs. Know-it-all had not at the time seen the very first season of the 2005 reboot. So we're going through watching those. We may or may not continue past this, but for now, we're kind of enjoying walking through this together with you guys. By the way, this is going to be the time frame that we're going to be doing the actual ones when it comes to the new David Tennant ones, as well as Ncuti Gatwa's later on seasons after that. So, but we're going to be doing them on Sundays because that's when they drop. So wanted you guys to be start building up to, oh yeah, that's right, this is when we watch them, which is why we put them out like this. Okay, so now we're at the continuation of last week's episode. Last week's episode was Aliens of London. This week's episode, World War III. Ready for your review? Here it comes. This episode concludes the story that began in Aliens of London. When the threat of interplanetary war looming, the human race prepares for the end. Little knowing that their enemies lie at the heart of the British government as the Ninth Doctor, Rose Tyler, and their new friend Harriet Jones battle for their lives in 10 Downing Street. The Slitheen family set their plans for the destruction of Earth into motion. With the world changing around him, the Doctor is powerless, and it seems only Mickey Smith can save the world. Yes.
Oh, Mickey.
What I just said is absolutely true. That's the rough recap, okay? Again, we don't go too deep into running through the episode. Hopefully you've watched the episode. If you haven't, what are you watching this for? So, what are some things that really stuck out for you that were really big? I know that it's not a bottle episode, but there's a lot that happens on very specific closed sets. They spend a lot of time in Downing Street, and they spend a lot of time in Jackie's place. The episode starts with Mickey saving Jackie from the guy. So at the end of last episode, there was this Slitheen in a police officer's outfit, like a police chief outfit, and unzipping his hand. That's awesome.
Every time you say Slitheen,
totally.
I should do that. I'm totally not going to. My arm would hurt after this. Sorry.
No, it's awesome. So yeah, no, for real. And so that's but then Mickey becomes like, this is one I talked about this earlier in the first or second episode. Mickey is given these hacker skills that never ever past, I think, this season come in handy again. He doesn't ever use them for anything else again. But so it's one of those things where you're just like, all right, try to give him a reason. He's at least not being very whiny this episode.
Yes, I was very impressed. And maybe that's what it was, this whole thing with Mickey, is that he was probably very jealous. I mean, here comes the Doctor, and then there's Mickey.
That's right.
So Mickey seems like a little boy, and he's more of a man. I get it. Wow. Sorry.
It's rough, man. No, it's rough. You're
but no, he's not whining. It's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So one of the things that we looked at was that in this episode, you get to see the family. So the Doctor escapes, where all the other alien people were electrocuted
with that green charge.
Right. He makes it out. He goes to the police, but by then the Slitheen people have already put their costumes back. Their costumes. They're
human costumes.
Yeah, they're human meat suits.
That was the other thing. I forgot to mention this, but this, I can't say it because I'll say Slitheen, and I know that's not it. But they're huge. They're these huge, aliens that fit into and I'm 5'9", so it fits into my.
So one of the things they explain in the first part that we kind of glazed over it because again, forgive me, but the Slitheen they use a compression belt to put themselves into smaller spaces, and that's why they fart, because it's venting pressure from their.
This is British flatulence.
Yeah, flatulence.
Fluctuate. Whatever.
Flatulate?
Pass gas.
Excuse me, do you mind not farting while I'm saving the world?
Yeah, that's it. You're absolutely right.
Which I thought was funny. I thought it was potty humor at first when we watched it. When I watched the first part, but it's that's got to be uncomfortable for any race, alien or human. To be bloated?
Absolutely.
Okay, stop. Let me go. Keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. Talk about you need gas sticks.
Yes.
So the Doctor manages to, using a combination of triangulation of where they're at and where they're going, and whatnot. He manages to basically to warn Mickey and Jackie that you need vinegar. You need vinegar to kill them. That's what it takes. And so they
acetic acid. Yeah. Anything that has acetic acid in it, which is vinegar, basically, and that's.
It's hilarious.
I love what they throw at him. Pickled onions and pickled eggs.
Which is super. I'm like, there you go. Everyone's got a bottle. I have a jar of elastic pickles downstairs. I would just be like, chucking the stuff at him. Be like, hey, chicken.
Take it. Yeah. Well, and our baby know-it-all loves pickles. So between those and the banana peppers, we'd be safe. We're cool. We're good.
No.
We're good.
Like, whatever. Yeah, so that starts him saving. That's how they start kind of saving and whatnot. And then the Doctor manages to hold up in the room for the cabinet room, which is where all the people who helped the Prime Minister and whatnot work with the Prime Minister in his cabinet go. And come to find out, there is actually like the glass doors or walls or something.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, no, they managed to survive.
Pretty sure we have bunkers in the United States.
Right. So the Doctor talks Mickey through hacking unit via their website, and and then it shows him how to launch missiles on Downing Street. Okay,
but without launching them, right?
No, via the computer. No, they launched.
Oh, they did.
They launched him, and then literally the family Slitheen, who, by the way, the Doctor manages to triangulate based on some information about what they know. It's a really cool scene where he's like, "Tell me more. We know. What do we know?" And the list is getting smaller in his head, till finally he finds out they're from Raxacorical Fallopatorius. Raxacorical Fallopatorius is one of those. The reason I enjoy saying that is because that is a very Doctor Who name, which is
how do you say it?
Raxacorical Fallopatorius. Raxacorical Fallopatorius.
Raxacorical Fallopatorius.
Riley, say P.
P.
No.
No.
Key.
D.
O.
O.
Say Pinocchio.
Yes, that's right. You did it right.
Okay, I did it. Woo!
Absolutely. And
don't ask me in 5 seconds. I'm not going to say it again.
Absolutely. No, totally. But they managed to find out, once he knows where they're from, he kind of begins to piece everything together, which is they faked an alien attack in order to eventually get the UN to release the nuclear codes for them. Apparently they live in a world where the UN controls the nuclear codes for countries. Sure. And so I'm down, whatever. And so the idea is they're going to launch them, everybody, create World War III, get the whole place irradiated, and then sell the chunks of irradiated Earth as fuel to other species. In fact, the Doctor even he notices that there's a signal that they're sending out in the It's a commercial. It's literally a commercial.
Can you imagine? Come to Earth. We're gonna blow it up. Get your favorite.
It's a fire sale. Everything must go.
It kind of reminded me of like Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Come on down.
Dude, that's awesome. Yes, absolutely, 100% correct. But yeah, so that's it. That's the episode in a nutshell. At the very end of it, when they do speak it out, the Doctor points out, hey, there's no Prime Minister left. She's the only person left in any semblance of authority. And he's like, maybe you could be Prime Minister. And they as him and Rose are walking away.
Harriet Jones.
That's right. The Doctor says, oh yeah, no, that's her. I remember now. It makes sense. She becomes Prime Minister, ushers in Britain's golden age. And so there's hopefully hope on the horizon for who Harriet Jones is, and ends up becoming in the future. So yeah, it was. I enjoyed it.
I did too. I liked it. I liked the way it ended. It was very. It was. I'm glad I'm doing this.
Absolutely.
I'm really glad I'm doing this.
I am too, because I tell you what, I had forgotten these were really good episodes. For a while, I've been because again, you get wrapped up in everybody who came next, and I've been like, yeah, the first season's okay. You may want to start with. I've been telling people start with the second season. I think that's a mistake. I think you have to start with this one.
I agree. Really I really think, because I'm learning so much more about the whole Doctor Who universe and what it lives in, and I think it's a lot of I say a lot of fun, a lot. but I'm having a really great time.
And I think that's what's important. No, seriously, I am too. And that's one of the reasons why I think the campiness doesn't affect me as much. Because even though you're dealing with the Slitheen and their garbage rubber suits and the effect that's a little elongated and takes time and the whole thing and the whole bit, it's fun. Like, I'm enjoying the entire ride.
It's been fun watching it with you because you're rediscovering it.
Yeah,
and because you're rediscovering, I feel like it's brand new to you all over again. Sometimes because you're like, oh my gosh. Sometimes he'll go, oh my gosh, you have to watch this part, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that part.
Yeah,
so it's been fun watching you watch it. So
that's cool. I appreciate that. All right, so there you go. Now you know, and if knowing is half the battle, you're halfway to being a know-it-all yourself. So what is the know-it-all index for you for this episode?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll finish it with an 8.
Straight up. I'm gonna go with you. Again. An 8 also for me. I thought this was a solid landing to a good original first part, and then rolled you right into the 2-parter. Yeah, man. I'm good. I like the next episode. I want to say coming up is gonna be pretty darn good too. Oh gosh, yes. This next episode.
Wait, let me see. I want to see what it says. Oh wow.
The next episode is the episode Dalek, and I think you know that one, what that has, and it was amazing, and I can't wait to talk about it next week. So yeah, man. All right. Well, listen. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Love your predictions for next week. Otherwise, things that Mrs. Know-It-All should be looking out for, as well as and tell us what you thought of the episode yourself. All right, guys. Never forget.
Everyone loves a know-it-all.
Better believe it. See you later.
Bye.